we have, we'll go to the next storyteller, Eli. So Eliane, also here, talking from Brazil. And she's gonna share how reconnecting with purpose brought my clients closer in. So she's gonna tell her story on purpose. And she runs Adventure Club, which is a Brazilian-based travel agency. And how she's gonna share how she grew stronger last year with new ideas and reconfirming that creativity is the necessity's best friend. So Eli, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm sharing my screen. It's okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is my first part. So, hi, nice to meet you. And thanks so much, Remote, to this invitation. I'm very nervous, of course, but I'm trying to talk in English for you. And hello, I'm Eliane Leite, Managing Director here at the Adventure Club in São Paulo, Brazil. I'm going now to start talking about my company. You can see all in the website. I'm going to start about the passion for what I do, for ecotourism. I started in this professional at 17 when I started in Adventure Club as an employee, and 13 years later, I bought the company. It's been 26 years of experience in this ecotourism segment in Brazil and around the world. So in 2020, in April 2020, was a really difficult month. We had 61 less accesses in our website, 78 less new contacts. It was certainly scary at first. Everything was new to all of us. To be honest with you, I didn't know what to do, but I knew I had to do something. For many people in the business appeared to be erased from their professional lives. But for me, it wasn't that bad. I'd been feeling tired of my stressful routine with no time to stay with my family, with my girls. In one way, I liked this part of my job because I travel with a certain frequency, like every month, for example. So I took that moment to breathe a little, keep my feet on the ground for some time. I remember that in Mother's Day, my girls brought me breakfast in bed. They turned the TV on a travel channel called Travel Box here in Brazil. They were showing a trek with gorillas in Rwanda. I can tell you now that my trip to Rwanda and Uganda to see the gorillas was one of the best experiences of my life. At the time I said, that's it. That's my essence. I want my clients to feel exactly the same, think every time I can see these photos, these images, you know. That was that when I decided among all the decisions to be made about the company, such as which employee would the vacation, which employee I had to fire, schedules and the management involved, it was time to bring back our essence, which had been forgotten due to our daily routine and the high demand we had. We then create a land page called New Roads, describe exactly what our essence was, along with these 4 elements of nature: earth, journeys to knowledge; air, journeys to well-being; water, journeys to the cultures; and fire, journeys to adventures, raftings, trekkings, hikings, etc. I tried to focus in 4 interesting points about everything you had done since April 2020. The first one was Adventure Kids. Actually, I had a great help from my 2 daughters to choose which legends and the stories to be shared. We created this to talk about the children's tales and legends. mixed with stories and a lot of fun. And they didn't even have to leave home. We sent 5 digital files so our clients could have fun with their loved one. For instance, here I selected one of those options so you can see how our clients receive the information about those folklores, legends, and all games related to them. This one is about Curupira. This entity protects the forest and has fire for hair and feet turned backwards. If you want to learn more about Brazilian legends, turn in Netflix Invisible City. It's a tip. For a person who first of all, think. For a person who was working a lot, boarding planes and sleeping at different hotels. Suddenly, I staying at home with 2 kids, homeschooling, work, and the domestic duties. What's kind of hard to deal with? I thought, what I'm going to do with 2 girls inside this apartment. We needed to get out a little, at least on the weekends. I decided to plan activities closer to our house. Our vacations consist of taking long flights abroad and further domestic destinations. But with our inner look, we bring back what we did right in the beginning of Adventure Club. Once day hiking trips around São Paulo, short breaks to the beach, and then back home the same day. The second was the Adventure Members. My second program is Adventure Members program launch. Our idea was that our clients didn't have to give up their travel plans in those cloudy times, but they could buy and gather points to use them in their next trip, using those points to pay the cost totally or in parts. We'd had this idea for quite some time, but never made it work. This plan worked really well. Today, we have more than 30 members who make monthly deposits. And you believe this is a huge success to consider it's just 1 year old and started from this scratch. So, and here, how does the Adventure Club's program work? The clients choose between the bronze or exclusive plans, chooses when and the amount to be deposited, and we turn this value into points and then send the clients a balance if all the info. We keep a special line of communication with our clients using WhatsApp, Telegram, and email, where we recommended, where in this email or Telegram, we recommended what they can do with each plan they close, how many points they have, or even how they can use their points to pay for a long trip or they wish. The most important the most important thing here is that we're not talking about purchasing anything. The idea is to help our clients not to lose hope when it comes to their dream trip. We make sure to tell each one of them that it will be possible sooner than they expected. So the number 3 was closed Zoom meetings with our clients and one specialist in the subjects to be discussed. The number, for example, tracking the highest mountains in the world, the Northern Lights, Antarctica, or our national parks and history, among many other fascinating themes. All those meetings were part of social actions made to help our partners who have tourism as their main income. Here I show, examples for communities we help with our social actions. For example, this gentleman wearing a yellow shirt in the middle of the screen is called Jefferson. He wanted a mine in Minas Gerais state, and before the pandemic, he used to receive tourists and tell them stories about the beautiful place he lived in. Unfortunately, Jefferson could not continue his work because of the pandemic restrictions. And to make matters worse, last April, he lost part of his leg due to an infection. When I heard about this, I decided to help him. I took just some minutes of my day with just some phone calls and Instagram posts. My wonderful team, of course, and I were able to raise a significant amount to Jefferson and his family. We are really proud of this. They are always with me and back up my ideas. It's an enormous pleasure to be able to help people through our work. This is just a small part of the actions we take every day here in Adventure Club. And finally, we can talk about my internal actions. We cleaned our CRM. We checked who was opening our emails and who wasn't, who was interacting with our exclusive contents. And my proposal with this new client organization is more direct relationship with them. I want to know who is with us, why they are with us, how many, and etc. And in addition, we improved our presence in social media, and we could get better results as follow this part. Harvesting excellent results. After all the actions I described before, we were surprised to see some positive results. On our Instagram page, for example, this post, our post had an organic performance 95% higher than the other previous posts. The price of our sales ticket increased 39% on average, and we gained 65% of new customers between April and December 2020. So, talking about present and future, everything goes so fast, We are already working on a reorganization of my brand and sub-brand visual identity. We hope this identity will truly reflect our essence. We are also working on our next project, which is a travel digital platform, where the main approach of these journals will be voluntary working. And our next website will be more innovative and human. We have done so many things in these past 12 months. I know that part of this is my restless behavior. I never stop and I'm always learning something new. Learning is what makes us different, have something different to offer, innovation. Of course, I can't do everything that I want. Well, just a little, and of course, some of our ideas didn't work out. But for me, the most important thing is try. Not to try is the only mistake. Well, that's it. I hope I have contributed with positive something. And if anyone has any question, feel free.
Congratulations.
Sorry.
It's great what you did.
Congrats, Eli. Very inspiring. Very inspiring. Lots of deep learnings here. Lots of compliments here on the chat. Great job on your social medias. Big fan of Adventure Club. We have time for one question here from Last Frontiers, asking, Eli, do your points have a monetary value? The points that you explained, how does that work? Can you give more details?
Which point? Sorry, because I have
from
a lot
the
of
card, from the little credit card.
Yes, I thought about the points. It's like one point is like 12 reais. Is this about the question?
Yeah.
Yes. We of course, this is my mind. Okay, 1 point is like 12 reais. And of course, my client have a deposit, for example, 1,000 reais. I transfer in points and send and receive via by mail or telegram. But is this? It's like 12 reais 1 point.
And I just would like to add some information that I know that Eliane's husband is an engineer and he helped with with all the math behind that. So it's a well done program that they don't lose money on it.
Yes. I don't know about numbers. And I choose the 15 reais. No, you are crazy, girl. No, my husband helped me. Yes, it's true.
It's always good to have a engineering husband behind. Eli, we have one last question here. We still have time to fit, which is, how are you feeling about the domestic Brazilian market?
Last year, we worked a lot with domestic packages in national parks and nature parks. And for me, it's, of course, the first thing we have nowadays, and a little bit because many places is so difficult to work now. But I agree, and I always agree in Brazil, of course. And for me, it's the best one, of course. I like Nancy said about Canada, it's for me Brazil. And yes, for me, Brazil is a bola da vez. I don't know in English. Here for us.
The country for the future, or worth paying attention to. But like it's a soccer expression, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thanks a lot, Eli.